shocking murder occurred on one of Mumbai's busiest streets with the killing of NCP leader Baba Siddique by shooters on October 12.
बाबा सिद्दीकी की गोली मारकर हत्या कर दी गई। खुद
The Baba Siddique murder probe in Mumbai.
बाबा सिद्दीकी हत्याकांड
एनसीपी नेता बाबा सिद्दीकी की मौत हो गई है।
This reminds people of the organized underworld violence that gripped the city in the 1990s when Dawood Ibrahim, Abu Salem and Chota Rajan ruled the streets. Despite a few days since the murder, several arrests have been made, while key suspects including Shubham Lonkar and mastermind Mohammed Zeeshan Akhtar remain at large. This incident has raised many questions. Is the Bishnoi gang truly involved in the crime? Is Mumbai witnessing the resurgence of organized crime? Has the city's police force failed in this case? What impact could this killing and the Bishnoi gang narrative have on the upcoming Maharashtra elections? To discuss these pressing issues, we have with us Jitendra Dikshit, an expert on Mumbai's underworld crime. With over 2 decades of experience in crime reporting, Dikshit is also the author of 6 books, including Bombay After Ayodhya, and has worked with leading news organizations like the India Today Group and ABP News Network. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Welcome, Akshita.
First thing that I want to ask you is, how reliable are these claims that are made on social media by Shubham Lonkar that the Bishnoi gang has, killed Baba Siddique? Because at this point, it seems like the whole media is talking on that angle, and even the police is investigating along those lines, but we're still not very sure if Lawerence Bishnoi was even involved here.
Okay, Akshita, see, after Baba Siddique's murder, there are 3 angles being discussed about the motive of his murder. So, when his murder took place on the evening of Dashera, that was a Sunday. So, after that, the first angle which everybody spoke about and which the investigators are also following is whether it was a political murder. Second is whether he was killed by Lawerence Bishnoi's gang due to his proximity with Salman Khan. And third is whether he has been killed due to a business rivalry. So let's discuss all these 3 angles briefly. So as far as political angle is concerned, in my 2.5 decades of reporting of journalism in Mumbai, I haven't seen somebody being killed by his political rival for a political motive. There has not been a case like this. So this thing I'm ruling out because Baba Siddique did not pose a challenge to any politician as such. He had joined NCP, Ajit Pawar's NCP after quitting Congress earlier this year. But it was not sure from which seat he is going to contest election and what is going to be his further political trajectory. So that was not very much clear. And I don't think that in Mumbai, people will go to such an extent, a politician will go to such an extent to kill, to get another politician get killed. So even during the initial investigation, no such angle has been found. No such evidence has been found to substantiate this angle. Second is whether Baba Siddique was killed due to his proximity with the film actor Salman Khan. This has some credence. This is having some weightage because it is a known fact that Baba Siddique was a very close guy to Salman Khan. He was part of his support system. You know, when Salman Khan was facing trial under hit and run case and also in the black buck hunting case, so Baba Siddique stood with the family, stood with him, and he arranged all sorts of help for Salman Khan. He spoke to the lawyers, and he was always seen with Salman Khan. And even that famous iftar party of 2003 also establishes how close he is to Salman Khan. When Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan decided to do away with their hostility and they came together on a common platform, and it was announced that they are friends again. So it was an initiative taken by Baba Siddique. So there is a rule in underworld. There is an old formula in underworld that if you're not able to kill your main target, then the gangster kills somebody who is close to that target. whether he's that person's target's friend, a relative, or part of the support system. I have few examples to substantiate this. Like in 1990s, when Arun Gowli's gang wanted to kill Dawood Ibrahim, but since Dawood Ibrahim was out of their reach, so they got killed. Uh, his brother-in-law, Ibrahim Parker, Dawood's sister, Hasina Parker's husband. So in 1999, Ibrahim Parker was gunned down by shooters of Arun Gowli gang. There is another example. When the Pathan gang wanted to kill Dawood Ibrahim gang, but Dawood was in hiding and he was not accessible. So they had killed Dawood's elder brother, Sabir Kaskar. And there are many other examples in last 20-25 years. Like Arun Gowli's elder brother Papa Gowli was also killed by a rival gang, by Dawood Ibrahim's gang. So I believe that there is some credence to the second angle which Mumbai police is investigating. And the third angle, which is of business rivalry. So even that cannot be ruled out because Baba Siddique was a real estate guy. He was a real estate businessman. He was into slum rehabilitation. He was making many residential and business complexes. So if you see in Mumbai, almost every builder or real estate developer has some sort of enmity or some sort of dispute with somebody. So even Baba Siddique was not an exception. And 3-4 days later, after he was murdered, his son Zeeshan Siddique had posted a message on social media platform X, where he said that my father gave life to save homes and lives of innocent people. So somewhere he is indicating that Baba Siddique might have been murdered due to some business rivalry as well. And he had met Mumbai's police commissioner and crime branch officials have taken his statements as well. So far, 10 people have been arrested in this case, but still the motive has not come out.
Exactly.
I think a day after Baba Siddique's murder, there was a social media post doing the rounds in which the man, Shubham Lonkar, whom you mentioned, he had posted and indicated that it was the handiwork of Lawerence Bishnoi's gang.
Yeah.
So this cannot be ruled out because even in past also, whenever Lawerence Bishnoi gang has committed some crime or they have murdered some celebrity or some big shot, they have taken responsibility in similar manner. So this is their modus operandi. So we cannot rule out this thing that it has been executed, the murder has been executed by Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. And the gang is also claiming responsibility. The guys who have been arrested, they have some sorts of links with Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. They were in touch. There are 2-3 guys when they were in jail in some other state. So they had links with Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. So, so far, Mumbai police is getting close to establish links with shooters of with Lawerence Bishnoi, who is lodged in Sabarmati jail. But still, the motive is not yet clear, and Lawerence Bishnoi's name has not been officially put on record as the conspirator of this murder of Baba Siddique. So, in this case, what has happened is, if somebody has received a contract to kill Baba Siddique, he has given subcontract to somebody else, and that person has given subcontract to some other guys. So, the guy who has finally pressed the trigger, he doesn't know who was the originator of this contract to kill Baba Siddique and what was his motive. So Mumbai police is trying to get that, and so far they have arrested people. The investigation has progressed, but so far the motive has not been established why Baba Siddique was killed.
Also, sir, talking about claiming of responsibility, why hasn't Anmol Bishnoi or Goldie Brar taken the responsibility? Because let's talk about Salman Khan itself, the last time when there was shooting outside his house, Anmol Bishnoi took the responsibility on social media. So is it possible that because of the Lawerence gang is anyway, Bishnoi's gang is taking the responsibility, it would have made much more impact for their gangster underworld image also if they're trying to build. So is that there could be a reason, or could it mean that Shubham Lonkar, he took the responsibility, but Lawerence Bishnoi was unaware of this contract? It didn't happen. Is it possible?
Yeah, it's quite possible that Shubham Lonkar, without knowledge of Lawerence Bishnoi, has taken up this responsibility and has claimed to have killed Baba Siddique. So this possibility cannot be ruled out. But as we have seen that Salman Khan has been on target of Lawerence Bishnoi, and in an interview to a Hindi news channel from jail, in a video call interview, he had openly threatened Salman Khan and had said that he'll kill Salman Khan if he is not apologizing to Bishnois for killing the black buck. So, and after that, also, it was not a mere threat. After that, his men tried to execute that threat. His men, in Mumbai police investigation in the firing case, it was revealed from the interrogation of the guys who had been arrested that there were two attempts on Salman Khan to kill Salman Khan or to harm him. But shooters had gone very close, but they were not able to execute the hit. So what they did was to intimidate him. They had fired on at his residence, the Galaxy apartment at Bandra West. So in that interrogation, it was found that Lawerence Bishnoi's gang was not an empty threat, and there was a true threat perception for Salman Khan. And in this case, this theory seems to be credible that Baba Siddique, since he was part of support system of Salman Khan, he was very close to him. He had a good proximity with Salman Khan. So he was on the radar of Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. But still, the question you raised, whether Lawerence Bishnoi is aware of such killing, whether he truly asked his men to execute Baba Siddique, or Shubham Lonkar is just using a name of Lawerence Bishnoi and he had some other motive to kill Baba Bishnoi, but to Baba Siddique, but he has taken name of Lawerence Bishnoi.
Also, sir, does it seem like the rise of new underworld in Mumbai with the death of Baba Siddique and the way it has happened?
See, there have been two incidents so far by Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. So I'll tell you a bit of background in this. And I want to compare what Mumbai was in 90s, in the decade of 90s. So in the decade of 90s, shootouts were rampant. You know, there was like bloodshed almost every other day on the streets of Mumbai. So there were gang wars, gangsters were killing each other, then gangsters were targeting businessmen, hoteliers, filmmakers, real estate developers, builders, mill owners for extortion. So they made extortion calls, and if somebody refused to pay, so that person was shot dead by these gangs. So that was the time. But after that, what had happened, police had adopted a multi-pronged strategy to eliminate the underworld, to wipe out the underworld from Mumbai city. So one policy was of encounters, although it was an unofficial policy and police were criticized for conducting extrajudicial killings. But that strategy worked because most of the foot soldiers were killed in so-called encounters. Almost 90 to 100 gangsters from 1995 onwards were killed every year by Mumbai police in such encounters. Number one. Number two, the cops had adopted in year 2000 a very stringent law, Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act. So under that act, thousands of gangsters were prosecuted. It's not very easy to get bail in such a law, under such a law, and police gets more time for their custodial interrogation. So this was other thing. So what had happened, most of the gangs, they had become very weak. And apart from foot soldiers, the gang leaders, they had also, they also went very low profile. I'll tell you, the Dawood Ibrahim's gang, it hadn't fired a single shot. It has not fired a single shot since November 2002. The last murder executed by Dawood's gang was in November 2002 when the gang killed a person named Ali Nanjiani, who was a cable operator who ran a cable business. So he was killed by shooters of Chota Shakil. Now, about other mafia dons. Chota Rajan, he's languishing in jail for J-Day murder case. He has been imprisoned for life. Then Arun Gauli, he's also undergoing a life imprisonment for killing a Shiv Sena leader. Then Ashwin Naik, he has quit underworld. Most of the cases against him are over now. He's a real estate developer. Abu Salim, he too is in jail. Apart from these big gangsters, even the B-listers of underworld like Ravi Pujari, Bunty Pandey, Santosh Shetty, they were also arrested, and some of them are still in jail. So there was a lull, an emptiness in Mumbai's underworld since last 2 decades, I will say, over 2 decades. The last big murder that rocked the city was in June 2011 when a senior journalist J. Day was murdered.
Yeah.
But after that, I haven't seen a crime of such a magnitude which has rattled everybody, and which indicates that underworld has once again become active in Mumbai city.
So this means that the death of Baba Siddique is a rise to underworld, or at least there is some way they have involved here now.
See, if such incidents occur, what gangsters do? What is this? What is their modus operandi? They kill one and threaten hundreds. So they start fear mongering. So if they kill somebody, then they make 100 phone calls to a businessman. See what had happened to that guy. If you are not going to pay up, then you will meet the same fate.
So extortion is going to begin.
Yeah, so exactly. So after this incident, after Baba Siddique, if Lawerence Bishnoi gang is making phone calls to rich and wealthy in Mumbai, then it means that the gang is trying to capitalize on the lull which was prevalent in Mumbai in the last few decades, and trying to encash on its fear. So if in the coming days, if such calls start coming up from the Lawerence Bishnoi gang or his associates, it means that Baba Siddique's killing was part of that strategy. There has been one incident in Pune where a businessman has been threatened by somebody who claimed to be a member of Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. So if that is true, if that guy is really from the Bishnoi's gang, then I think our fears are turning true, where once again we are seeing resurgence of underworld in the city of Mumbai.
Also, are the threats to Salman Khan specifically a way of trying to build his image? Because the reason for black buck seems to be too low right now. It doesn't seem that he would go to such an extent just for killing of the black bucks. It's not convincing. And also Salman Khan is a big name. It would be a good start if we are saying ki ek ko darana aur sabko marna, like ek ko maar ke sabko darana. It would seem to be a good thing to start with Salman Khan then. Is it that?
Akshita, see, I'll again take you to the decade of 90s. These gangsters, they want to convey to people that they are not just money-driven monsters. They are not just money-driven. They are not just behind money. They have some cause also. And they are working for some cause. Like in 90s, when the bomb blast accused, who were mostly members of Dawood Ibrahim's gang, when they came out of jail on bail, so they were targeted by Chota Rajan shooters. And after that, Chota Rajan claimed responsibility, saying, we had killed the traitors. We had killed those terrorists. So what he was trying to convey, that he is a patriotic don. He's a nationalist don.
2611, or are you talking about the 2006 bomb blast? The
12th March 1993 blast.
Yeah, the bombings by Dawood, that was...
Yeah. So when those accused, when they walked out of the jail after getting bail or payroll or furlough, so they were targeted by Chota Rajan's gang. And then Rajan claimed, I killed them because they were Deshtrohis, they were traitors. So Rajan tried to build an image on that. Similarly, Dawood also tried to build an image that he is an avenger of Muslims. So why he conducted bomb blast? Because Muslims were harmed by Mumbai police, and the Mumbai police acted in a very biased manner. So to avenge that injustice, the so-called injustice, Dawood attacked these guys. Dawood conducted bomb blast. And also, when Chota Rajan attacks some bomb blast accused, in retaliation, Chota Shakil's shooter killed Shiv Sainiks. Those Shiv Sainiks who were indicted by Sri Krishna Commission's report. Indicted in Sri Krishna Commission's report, the commission was formed to inquire into the riots which had happened in Mumbai in December 1992 and January 1993. So yeah, it's like if you target somebody and you say that we are not killing him or we are not killing him for sake of money, then it means you are trying to build an image of yourself that you are working for some cause. Even a B-lister gangster like Ravi Pujari, he in 2004, his shooters had fired upon a senior lawyer Majid Memon. And after that, Ravi Pujari called me and claimed that मैंने जो है मेरे छोकरे लोग ने मेरे वो जो देशद्रोहियों का वकील है उसके ऊपर फायर किया, वो बच गया. So why he did that? To build an image that he's somebody who is patriotic, who cares for the nation, and he's working for some cause. Similarly, in Lawerence Bishnoi's case, he's trying to firstly garner support from the Bishnoi community and tell the world that he's working for some cause because Salman Khan has harmed somebody whom they were worshipping.
Yeah.
So that is number one. Secondly, if you see that, if you examine that Shubham Lonkar's message, the message ends with Jai Shri Ram, Jai Bharat.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? It means that he is trying to portray that Lawerence Bishnoi is a Hindu don and a nationalist don by writing such kind of salutations, such kind of slogans.
So he's trying to build that. Also, last thing, is this the failure of Mumbai police here? Because right now we heard the news that Kanni Sena is offering 1.1 crore to somebody who would be able to get Lawerence Bishnoi. Then there is news about political party UBUS writing to Bishnoi to participate in the elections. And of course, because Mumbai police hasn't come out in a very strong standing and saying that this is exactly what's happening or this is the target. And people are just taking law in their hands and everybody is doing whatever they want to do. Is this the failure of Mumbai police then?
I will not call it a failure of Mumbai police, but I see this as a upcoming challenge for Mumbai police. Because, Mumbai police is not having a network of informers which is active in Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. Because apart from these two major incidents, Lawerence Bishnoi gang was not operating in Mumbai. And all those officers who were tagged as encounter specialist officers or who had a good network of informers within the underworld, most of them have retired or have died now. So now Mumbai police is lacking expertise and the experience to combat organized crime syndicates. And as I told you, since last 20 years, no major activity was happening in Mumbai underworld. And now, in this case, the modus operandi of Lawerence Bishnoi gang is a bit different than what Mumbai gangs used to pursue. So, what Lawerence Bishnoi gang is doing, it is picking up shooters who have very little criminal background or no criminal background. It is picking up freshers, young people, mostly teenagers. And more than members, you will find them fan of Lawerence Bishnoi for whatever he speaks, whatever the public image he builds. So there is a fan following. And by making such statements, he's just trying not only to build up his fan following, but it helps him in recruitment also. Because many people join his gang, not just for money, but for the so-called cause which he's claiming to pursue. So that also helps him. So this, I believe, is a major challenge for Mumbai police because mostly members are active in states like Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and UP. They have few modules in certain small cities of Maharashtra, but still Mumbai police is not able, to get a breakthrough about the modules which are active in state. And since now, after these two incidents, Lawerence Bishnoi's gang has come under Mumbai police radar. So I think it will be a big challenge, and Mumbai police now has to focus on this gang to ensure that it doesn't commit more murders, more such crimes in the city of Mumbai. Otherwise, the city will revert back to those dreaded and dangerous days of 90s when blood was spilled almost every other day on the streets of Mumbai.
Also, lastly, sir, Does it seem that Lawerence Bishnoi also has politicians or government agencies supporting him? Because if, let's say, if we are going with the assumption that this crime was committed from the jail, he was aware of it, then it's a big problem. Like, it's of course a shame in terms of a law enforcement that how can a person who has been in jail for a decade, he is committing this crime. And also because he's coming from a very rich family background. Like, it doesn't, at least from 90s, if we check, the most wanted criminals, even not necessarily from the rich strata, but here he has a good family he has the money to do it. So what do you have to say about these things?
See, apart from, we have all that what the Canadian police has said about Lawerence Bishnoi and the Canadian agencies have said. We don't know how far that is true. So I will not comment on that. But yes, there are allegations by some political parties that Lawerence Bishnoi is getting government support. And what is lending credence to such a allegation is that Lawerence Bishnoi has been lodged in Sabarmati jail, and under one law, CRPC section 268, if I correctly recollect that section, under that section, he cannot be transferred out of that jail. There are certain conditions. So he cannot be transferred out of that jail, and no other police force across the country can take his custody. So, although Lawerence Bishnoi's name has cropped up in charge sheet in the case of firing at Salman Khan's home, Mumbai police has not been able to interrogate him. Mumbai police has not been able to take his custody. Because as per this particular section, he cannot be moved out of this jail. And Mumbai police has written so many times to Ministry of Home Affairs to seek permission so that he could be interrogated there. But even that has not come so far. So that is one thing. Secondly, if you look at recent history, yes, the government has been using gangsters for executing hits or for damaging enemies of the country. For example, it has been often said that Indian agencies were using Chota Rajan to break the backbone of Dawood Ibrahim's gang and to preempt conspiracies of Pakistan's spy agency Inter-Service Intelligence. Many people were bumped off by Chota Rajan's shooters, like Mirza Dilshad Beg in 90s, who was a conduit of ISI and based in Nepal and was working against India. So our agencies, Indian agencies, used Chota Rajan's network and got him killed. Then somebody like Sharat Shetty, who was killed in 2003. He was a member of Dawood Ibrahim's gang, and many others. And there were 2 to 3 attempts by our agencies using Chota Rajan's gang to kill Dawood. But so far, that has not. Such efforts have not met success. But yes, there's a saying in Hindi: "Dushman ka dushman apna dost hota hai." So, relying on that phrase, our agencies have been using gangsters, people from underworld. But we cannot conclusively say that the same is in the case of Lawerence Bishnoi also. But yes, allegations are there. Allegations are from the parties, political parties within the country, and from foreign entities as well.
And what does this mean, sir? All these things about the growth. Now that Salman Khan is being associated with Lawerence Bishnoi, he is threatening him. And there are other singers, especially in the Punjabi industry. AP Dhillon was, his house had seen shooting. I think there were others. Yo-Yo Honey Singh had received threat calls as well. So what does it mean for us in the future? Especially, at least now it looks like more in the movie industry that it's happening. What do you think what's going to happen next?
See, it depends on what kind of pressure is being built up on the government to neutralize Lawerence Bishnoi's gang. Because In one of the reports of a National Investigation Agency, Lawerence Bishnoi is having over 700 members in its gang across the country, especially in North Indian states. So if this gang is so big, if this gang is so big, it means that it is capable of ordering future hits also on people who are well known, on people who are celebrities. They could be from politics, they could be from Bollywood or from industry. So yes, this gang is a big threat. It is having a potential to cause harm, to disturb public peace, to create a law and order situation. So I think the government needs to ensure that such things don't get repeated, and it needs, a political will, and it needs a multi-pronged strategy to contain this kind of terror by gangsters. But it depends if, as we discussed, that there are speculations or there are allegations that the government is supporting Lawerence Bishnoi. If that is true, then it's altogether a different matter.
Also, lastly, could it be associated with the Maharashtra elections coming in? Would it have an impact? Because now everybody is talking about this, and there are a lot of people are telling how he could play a role in the elections also. On social media, randomly people are, appreciating that. Let him settle the things. Let him settle the score before it even goes to court. Let him solve the problems among people. Would it have an impact in the Maharashtra elections?
See, it is impacting Maharashtra in a way that it has landed Home Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, in hot water. Because Devendra Fadnavis, who is Deputy Chief Minister, is holding home portfolio as well. So it is responsibility of Devendra Fadnavis to ensure every citizen's safety. And it has been an embarrassment that Baba Siddique was member of a party which is incumbent, which is part of the government. And then also, despite having security, he was killed. So it's a big embarrassment for the BJP. And opposition parties are trying to capitalize on this. And they are trying to portray Devendra Fadnavis as a failed Home Minister of Maharashtra. Because there have been series of other events also, like there was case in Badlapur where two young children were molested. Then there were shootouts in police station. There were communal skirmishes.
Yeah.
So listing all such incidents, and recently the Baba Siddique murder case. So listing all such cases, the opposition is trying to build up a narrative that Devendra Fadnavis has failed in his responsibility as the Home Minister of Maharashtra. So this has given an opportunity to the opposition to grill the Mahayuti government. So obviously, yes, on 20th November, the elections are going to happen. So this will be a big issue in Maharashtra politics during the election campaign.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.